Morning, K5. How are you? Happy Friday. I have another shirt on today. It says, "We rise by lifting others." So, when you help other people, you rise, you make yourself feel better. That's all it really means. So, today we are going to read a book or listen to a book. You're going to listen while I read. Listening with My Heart, it's called, by Gabby Garcia, illustrated by Ying Hu Tan. And it's a story of kindness and self-compassion. So it's a story about being kind to yourself. We always talk about giving ourselves a hug. You can try and give yourself a big hug right now. Give yourself a big hug. And be kind to yourself. Here's the title page. And let's enjoy the story. Esperanza's tummy fluttered as she practiced her lines on the porch. Today was the class play. Waiting for Mama to walk with her to school, she paced back and forth when she spotted a heart-shaped rock. So, how was she feeling? Turn and talk to your mom, dad, brother, sister, cat, dog. How was she feeling? It says her tummy fluttered. So if her tummy is fluttering, that means that she's feeling a little bit nervous, right? Because it's the play. And then she spots, means she sees this heart-shaped rock. Esperanza picked it up and showed it to Mama as soon as she stepped outside. I see you found a little treasure, said Mama. Esperanza rubbed its rough surface and felt a twinkle of joy. Maybe it's a sign. For what? Asked Mama. She thought about the class play later that afternoon, wondering what it would finally be like to be in the spotlight. So like all eyes are on her. To put my heart into everything I do, she answered. At that moment, they heard scratching and a soft cry. Esperanza peeked under the stairs and spotted a kitty shaking and shivering. No Mama in sight. She scooped the kitten onto her lap and cuddled her. She's all alone. I think she's hungry. Esperanza reached for her lunch bag, pinched off a piece of chicken, and offered it to the kitty, who gobbled it up. Mama, I think the rock is a reminder to spread kindness and love. That's what we do when we listen with our hearts. I think you're on something, said Mama. Can we keep Cleopatra? Please, asked Esperanza, who had already named the kitty. Queens are always welcome at our house, said Mama. If she's still here after school, we'll take her in. At school, Esperanza was more focused on the play than math or reading. Clutching her script during recess, she noticed Bao sitting alone on a bench. He was new in school this week and didn't speak much English. She wondered if he felt lonely or scared. Esperanza found a soccer ball and kicked it over to him. Look at him, looks like he feels sad. A smile spread across Bao's face. He stood, popped the ball in the air, then bounced it between his knee and his head a few times. Dude's got moves, thought Esperanza. They spent recess giggling and making up hand signals. So it looks like they're becoming friends. Afterwards, Esperanza borrowed Miss Owen's English-Vietnamese dictionary. She wrote friend in Vietnamese. Vietnamese is another language. People from Vietnam, the country of Vietnam, speak Vietnamese. She drew a picture of Bao and her and then put it on his desk. Esperanza rubbed the rock in her pocket. Listening with her heart made her feel peaceful inside. Finally, it was time for the performance. It was too late for Bao to be in the play, but he stood at Miss Owen's side as a stagehand. A stagehand is someone who works behind the scenes, behind the stage. Excitement bubbled as Esperanza waited her cue. Esperanza walked on stage, tripped as she was about to say her first line, and splattered across the stage. When she got up, she forgot her lines, so Miss Owen whispered them to her from backstage. Heat rushed through Esperanza's body as all eyes were glued to her. She wished she could disappear. I ruined the play, thought Esperanza, rushing off stage as soon as she'd finished her part. I messed up in front of everyone. She tucked herself in behind some props so no one would see her. Have you ever felt like that? Like you did something that really messed everything up? Esperanza noticed her body shaking and her face still burning. She took a deep breath and took the rock out of her pocket. It was cracked and lopsided, just how she felt. Esperanza touched her hand to her heart and felt the disappointment. Bao found Esperanza a few minutes later and handed her a drawing with the word friend written above it. Esperanza nodded. She hadn't been treating herself like a friend. So you have to treat yourself like a friend, right? Even if you do something that you mess up, you make a mistake. I have another t-shirt about mistakes and about how mistakes help you grow, right? Everybody makes mistakes. You have to treat yourself like a friend. Esperanza realized this wasn't the first time she'd been unkind to herself. At the soccer game last weekend, she missed the ball that swooshed by her head and they lost the game. Nice work, a player from the other team yelled as the others laughed. Esperanza thought she'd let her team down and was the worst soccer player in the world. Thinking those thoughts had made her feel worse. At the curtain call, Esperanza reminded herself she hadn't ruined the play. She'd had an accident, and accidents happen to everyone. That's what you have to think about. Remember that accidents, mistakes, they happen to everyone. Listening with her heart wasn't just about giving kindness and love to others. It was about giving to herself, too. I can be a friend to myself, thought Esperanza. When Esperanza got home, she focused on her favorite things. She zipped down the hill on her bike and then spent the afternoon painting at the kitchen table. She also got the hug she needed from Mama and some cuddles from Cleopatra. So think about that. Always be kind, be good to yourself. Happy Friday.